Looks like we're returning to business as usual. If you guys have not seen the news, gold futures surge above 4,500 an ounce, and MSTR is also seeing a really nice retracement. So again, proving that if you're bullish on BTC, buy BTC itself. Why would you ever buy a stock that dilutes you? Our entire LPP team was waiting for this thing to pump, become overbought reversal forms, break support right around 162, 161, and it's been selling off since then. Based off previous lows, we have lows of 150. And again, if you don't like shorting, I respect that. Shorting comes at a greater form of risk. I just wanted to give you an example of one of the most giving stocks for 2025 has been definitely shorting MSTR from highs of 450 all the way to lows of 149. It would not surprise me if this thing just continues to retrace back to lows of 150, especially if BTC actually breaks its structure with what it has going on right now. So it has a really nice ascending uptrend pattern. It's all still incredibly bullish. So again, all in favor for the bulls. But if it breaks this structure, it has huge gap down potential to return back to 88 to maybe $87 per share. So we'll make sure that we set appropriate alerts. And if that begins to sell off, then the selling pressure will most likely pick up and momentum should follow for MSTR. So again, just wanted to make sure that we talked about that. But on top of that, one thing that I quickly wanted to highlight, don't know why this thing does not, let me see, pull up here. Here it goes. The next one is silver. So silver extends gains of above $80 an ounce, and the same thing with gold. Gold is now trading above 4,500. So it looks like, again, as these, oh shoot, I don't know if you guys saw that, but it looks like as these precious commodities begin to uptick once again, overall hype from like crude oil, like Chevron is down 3%. So all the hype that got factored in the past, 24 hours has now been given back, which again shouldn't really surprise you. There were short-lived catalysts. You guys could see that United States Oil Fund is already beginning to reverse. Huntington already showing slight signs of a resistance, but the big oil ones are already beginning to curl on over. Exxon already beginning to give it back, so not much of a surprise there. It looked like a short-lived catalyst and ultimately ended up giving it back. So the focus is pretty simple as of right now. If we look at QQQ, we could see that NASDAQ went to retest the same previous highs that we tested 2 trading days ago. It's still holding above this general support range. If we break that support, then we'll retrace back down to 610 per share for QQQ, and again resume to business as usual. So a lot of consolidation in the market. People were getting really excited because of the scenarios that happened over the weekend, thinking that was going to be incredibly bullish for our market. I think it's obviously great news for the people of Venezuela and how they're able to celebrate their freedom, and I want to support that 100%. But I want to remind you, at least in the U.S., and how that influences and impacts markets. It was a short-lived catalyst. There's no reason to overcomplicate it or assume that it's anything aside from just that. NASDAQ market has not broken above its resistance. There's no break of structure, and we're still testing a resistance and an overbought level. So excited to see if we end up peaking and then actually begin to curl on over. It looks like a few of these plays were already beginning to sell off. We have Tesla down 4% on the day, pretty much again continuing the lower highs, lower lows. We have Google also beginning to curl on over, Microsoft slightly in the red, and Meta also just a lot of consolidation and going back into the red. So a pretty exciting series of quick changes of direction, which is great for the bulls and the bears. Just please make sure that at overbought levels you remind yourself to not be leveraged, and when in doubt, never be afraid to cash out. So excited to follow up and see how the markets end up trading. And remember, it's always the most speculative stocks at these uncertain times that crash the hardest. So please make sure you watch your position size and your exposure on those big speculative stocks that were pumping today and yesterday that end up giving it back once markets begin correcting. So excited to follow up. And again, if you guys want to watch our live session, to tune on in tomorrow, it's the second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.